Hi everybody, good morning. This is week 12. This is lecture 1 for this week. So in this week, this is a new topic, job order costing system. In the previous lecture, you have learned about the introduction to management accounting. One of the most important subtopic in the previous lecture is the type of cost. You have learned about the type of cost. Costs are the amount that a business has to pay when the business produce products and continue its operation. You have learned several categories of costs like manufacturing costs, prime costs, conversion costs, non-manufacturing costs, variable costs, fixed costs, what else? Product costs, period costs, etc. So make sure you know about these categories of costs. And then the second thing that you have learned in the previous topic is you have learned how to prepare income statement for a manufacturing business. When you learn about management accounting, most of the focus is on the manufacturing business. Because manufacturing businesses, they produce products. And in management accounting, most of the time you will learn about how to calculate cost for this product. If you have a manufacturing business, it is very important for you to calculate cost for your product. One of the main reason is you have to calculate the cost for your product because you want to set price for your product. Okay, so this topic is about job order costing system. A costing system can be defined as a way to calculate cost or a method to calculate product cost. Okay, let's see. So this is the objective 1. Okay, so costing systems, types of product costing systems. Like I said earlier, costing system can be defined as a way or a method that can be used to calculate cost for a product. There are several costing systems that can be used in or that there are several costing systems that can be used to calculate product cost. Here you can see in this slide there are two main systems: process costing and job order costing. There are several other systems like activity-based costing system, standard costing system, and I think several more. So, but here the slide shows there are two main costing system. The first one is process costing system, and the second one is job order costing system. Okay, let's see. For process costing system, this costing system is for a company produces many units of a single product. One unit of product is indistinguishable from other units of product. The identical nature of each unit of product enables assigning the same average cost per unit. So in the this is the characteristic of a business that should use process costing. Okay, the company or the business produces many units of a single product. I think we can see the example in the next slide. Okay, yeah. Example of companies that should use process costing system. Asia Pulp and Pepper, pepper manufacturing business company, Kangshifu instant noodle producer, cook, mixing and bottling beverages. So if if you see these three example companies, you know that their products are identical, and they produce the same product for many thousands or even million units of in quantity. Like Coke, Coke, it is a product, and the company produces the same bottle of Coke for many millions of bottles. So if a business or a company has that kind of characteristic, the company should use process costing. Okay, now our focus is on job costing system. Okay, see here. These are the characteristic of businesses that should use job costing system. Okay, so first, many different products are produced each period. So if you see a business, that business produces many different or unique products in one accounting period, then that business should use job order costing system. And then the second characteristic, products are manufactured to order. It means that the business only produce its product when it receive order from customer. The third characteristic is the unique nature of each order requires tracing or allocating costs to each job and maintaining cost records for each job. Each product produced by the business is unique, different. See the example here. Okay, so for example, the first one is Commercial Aircraft Corporation of China, and number 2, Tata Consultancy Services, number 3, Hong Kong Aircraft Engineering Company. So you can see, we look at the first example company, Commercial Aircraft Corporation of China. So this company produces aircraft. Every aircraft produced by the company is unique, and is related to the requirement or request made by the customer. If let's say AirAsia order several aircraft, then Commercial Aircraft Corporation of China has to produce or build aircraft for AirAsia according to the request made by AirAsia. This kind of seats, this kind of lighting, this color, etc. And then let's say another airline company request or order several aircraft, then Commercial Aircraft Corporation of China has to do this aircraft, and it's different. The aircraft are different compared to the AirAsia aircrafts. So this kind of business, they have to use job order costing system to calculate cost for product that they produce. The second example is Tata Consultancy Services. I think this is a consultancy business. So consultancy business, the nature is like this. Every consultation is different. Consultation to company A is unique. Consultation to company B is another thing, totally different from the company A. So when the nature of the product is different, and there are several products made during an accounting period, then the business has to use job order costing. The business cannot use process costing system. The business has to use job order costing system. There are many in Malaysia we have several examples. Others easy to follow examples like this. Construction business. A construction business, most of the time they build different buildings. Let's say there is a construction business. in 1 year, this construction business maybe build building A, building B, building C, building D, and most of the time these buildings are very different. So this construction business cannot use this construction business cannot use process costing system. The construction business has to use job order costing system because the product are different. And also, for a construction business, they only build building when there is a customer order or request, most of the time. So when you see a business produces different or unique products, many different or unique product in one accounting year, and the product made or built according to customer order, then you know that company has to use job order costing system if the company wants to calculate the cost for its product. Okay, this is the summary comparing the job order costing system and process costing system. Okay, the thing is like this. Number one, number of jobs. For a business that uses job order costing system, most of the time there are many number of jobs during the year, during an accounting period. For a for a business that uses job costing system, one product is called one job. The example that I made before is like a construction business. I said there is a construction business. This construction business in year 2020, for example, built 4 buildings. Building A, B, C, and D. So each building is called one job, a job. Okay. So job order costing, a business that should use job order costing, most of the time they have many jobs, many different products done in one accounting period. But a business that uses process costing system, most of the time they have a single product. Maybe they have this soft drink or this soy sauce or something. They have this one product and they produce thousands of units of the same product. That kind of business, most of the time they use process costing system. So the second point there in the slide, in the green box, you can see the second point is cost accumulated. Cost accumulated means cost is calculated by if a business uses job order costing system, the cost is calculated based on or referring to individual job. So our example is a construction business, and this business has built 4 building A, B, C, and D. So when you want to calculate cost, you have to calculate the cost for each building separately or individually. You cannot calculate total cost and then you divide by 4. You cannot do that, because for a business that uses job order costing system, each product or job are different. Each product is different, so you cannot just total cost divided by 4. You cannot do that, but you have to calculate the cost separately or individually. But for a business that uses process costing system, they can calculate cost by doing something like this: total cost divided by the total quantity of the product, and then they can calculate cost per unit, because all the products are same or identical. So if a business uses process costing system, most of the time the cost for the product is calculated by looking at the departments that produces the product, or looking at the process done to produce the product. And then see point number 3, average cost computed by job. And for job cost, for a business that uses job order costing system, the average cost is computed by job. For a business that uses process costing system, the average cost is computed by referring to the department or process. Okay, this is very important. If I give you a list of companies, you have to know which one is or supposed to use job order costing system, which one is supposed to use process costing system. You have seen the characteristics, and now you have to know how to identify the business that uses different costing system. Okay, let's see this question. Which of the following companies will be likely to use job order costing system than process costing system? So this question asks you to identify companies that will use job order costing system. To answer this question, you have to remember the characteristic of a business that will use job order costing system. There are two most important characteristics. First, a business should use job order costing system if the business produce many or several unique products in one accounting period. That's first characteristic. Second characteristic is most of the time the product is produced based on customer order, or the product is built or made after the business receive customer order. Okay, so let's see. A, Scott Pepper Company for Kleenex, so that is not the one. B, Architects. Architect is a business that should use job order costing system because for architect business, in 1 year there are many unique jobs, and jobs are done after receiving customer order. So one thing that you have to know is job order costing system is a system that can be used by manufacturing businesses and also can be used by service businesses. So architect is a service business, then architect also will use job order costing system. Hence, for ketchup, will not use job order costing system. Caterer for a wedding reception, the answer is yes. This business will use job order costing system because each catering service is unique and it is done based on customer order. And E, also a business that should use job order costing system. E is a builder of commercial fishing vessels. Each vessel is different and unique, and it is made based on customer order. So I think the answer, there are 3 companies, B, D, and E. Okay, so now you have learned about what is the job costing system and what are the characteristics of businesses that should use job order costing system. Now you will learn about the document used in job order costing system. You know that in accounting, documents are very important. Documents in accounting, documents are evidence that something had happened. If there is no document, then there is no evidence that something had happened. So job order costing system, there are several documents that are related to this costing system. Okay, this is like the way you calculate cost for in job order costing system. So if a business uses job order costing system, at one time maybe the business has several jobs. Let's say that there is a construction business. So at one time, maybe the construction business has maybe 3 jobs: job 1, job 2, and job 3. Maybe job A, B, or C. So the flow of cost calculation is like this. The direct material cost and labor cost are easy to record. For every job, you can calculate easily how much direct material you spend on job A, job B, and job C. And also direct labor can be calculated easily. How many labors, how many labor hours, and what is the labor rate. And then you can calculate the labor cost very easily. But the manufacturing overhead is difficult. Remember the definition of overhead costs? Overhead costs are costs that are not directly related to specific product. If you have a construction business, an example of manufacturing overhead cost is like site supervisor salary or project manager salary. The project manager salary, the project manager is responsible to monitor 3 jobs, and these jobs are different. So how can you divide or allocate the cost of project manager salary to these 3 different jobs? For that purpose, there is a way to allocate the cost to 3 different jobs. The project manager salary is an example of manufacturing overhead. You cannot see the direct relationship between the cost and the product because the product are different, and the manager is working to monitor the 3 projects. Another one is like what else? Maybe license fee. A construction business has to have a license to build buildings. They have to pay for certifications or something. So let's say they pay certifications $3,000 per year. Can you divide the $3,000 license fee to 3 projects by dividing by 3? 3,000 divided by 3. No, you cannot, because each building is different, so you cannot divide by 3. There is a way to allocate or to divide the cost to different jobs. So that is why manufacturing overhead is a bit difficult to calculate. Okay, see in the brown box there, manufacturing overhead, including indirect materials and indirect labor, are allocated to all jobs rather than directly traced to each job. The process to divide the manufacturing overhead to different jobs are called allocation. You have to allocate the manufacturing overhead cost. You cannot divide, but you have to allocate. Later you will learn about this, but this is just to show you the flow of the cost. Okay, so this is the most important document that you have to have if for a business that uses job order costing system. Okay, so let's say for the construction business that we take as an example, the construction business is a business that should or has to use job order costing system. So for this construction business, the construction business has to prepare a job cost sheet for every job. In the previous slide, we say that the construction business has 3 jobs: job 1, job 2, job 3. So the construction business has to prepare 3 job cost sheet, 1 job cost sheet for every job. You can see the content, the sample job cost sheet here. Okay, see, the first item that you can see in the job cost sheet is the job number. Maybe job A, job B, or job 3, or so job B or C, or you can give other codes that are easy for you to identify the job. Okay, so in this example, the job number is A143, and then in the job cost sheet, there is a space there to show the date initiated and then date completed of the job, and then units completed. And then see, you can write the department, the name of the item, and then the most important thing is, in this job cost sheet, you have to show, or there are spaces to show or to record the direct material cost, direct labor cost, and manufacturing overhead cost. These are the most important thing. Remember, in job cost sheet, the main purpose of preparing the job cost sheet is to show the record of direct material cost, direct labor cost, and and manufacturing overhead cost. And then you can see at the second half, or at the bottom of the document, there is a space or section for cost summary. Cost summary is the space where you have to write the total direct material cost, total direct labor cost, and the total manufacturing overhead cost, and then the total cost. And then you can calculate the unit product cost. Okay, remember, for every one job you have, or the business has to prepare one job cost sheet document. Okay, and then after that, for direct material, or to record the direct material used in a job, the business has to use this document. This document is called Material Requisition Form. Whenever there is a need to use material in job A, or job B, or job C, the use of the material has to be recorded in this Material Requisition Form. If there are several requests for materials, then for every request, one material requisition form has to be prepared. Okay. So for example, in this material requisition form, you can see that on 3rd of April year 09, these materials are requested for job A143. So on that day, if maybe in other days there are more requests for material, but the thing is, remember, in job order costing system, every time material is requested for a job, you have to prepare a material requisition form. And then the next document is called, another thing. After you have record the request for material, direct material, you have to record the total in the job cost sheet. Okay. So, and then to record the direct labor cost, related to one job, you have to use another document. That document is called employee time ticket. For every employee, you have to prepare one time ticket. In this time ticket, you have to record the starting time, ending time, hours completed, hourly rate, and the total amount for the direct labor cost. And then you can see here, then there is a space for time ticket number, for date, and then there is a space for the name of the employee. There is a space for station, etc. And then the document is signed by the supervisor. Okay, so just remember to record anything things related to employee and employee salary. In job order costing system, you need to record this data in the employee time ticket. After you have recorded data in the employee time ticket, you have to update the direct labor cost in the job cost sheet. See here, for example, tickets 36, hours 8, the amount is 88. Okay, and then you update the total direct labor cost. See, the total direct material is 116, direct labor cost is $88. Okay, then the next thing is to calculate the overhead cost. Remember, to produce some the cost to manufacture something or to build something, or okay, I said it again. Remember, there are three costs related to production or manufacturing. These costs are direct material cost plus direct labor cost plus overhead cost. So to calculate cost for a job, you have to use the same basic formula. Cost for a job equal to direct material cost plus direct labor cost plus overhead cost. In this lecture, you have seen how to calculate or how to record direct material cost and direct labor cost for a job. I will stop here now, and in the next lecture, I will explain about how to calculate overhead cost for a job. Thank you very much. Do not forget to write your name and metric number in the comment section, because that is your attendance for today's lecture.